nuclear bomb.
Yeah. You came up with that.
And then you say nuclear popcorn.
Yeah. Okay. Nice.
It kind of, like one of the guys here came up with it, but it's just wild because it's just getting all nice and calm, but then it leaps up, you know.
So this show's on, like,
Channel
what
32
channel? Okay.
and AT&T U-verse.
AT&T. All right.
What
Channel
channel
32.
on AT&T?
Channel 32 on the Arroyo
Yes.
channel.
Channel
And then
32 on U-verse.
No,
Quiet on the set.
99 on U-verse.
Okay. Yes. So I start counting? Yeah, I can hear you.
Tell them we don't see anything on here. Tell them that TV is blank. The TV is blank. We don't see a picture. There's no signal.
Count on the set. 5. Start counting?
Can they hear me?
Okay.
Could you get their attention? Tell them that we can't see anything on the TV.
Oh, they say that they can't see anything on the TV. Oh, okay. They don't need it.
Okay.
They say they don't gonna.
Okay, no problem. Then we're ready. We're full of pineapple and shrimp.
5,
Hey.
4. Hello? Yes. So I start counting? Okay. Okay, count.
We're back here. I'm Maurice Strain-Smith with Nuclear Popcorn. And today we have a multi-diversified group of young men with me here. We got Mr. Julius Corbin. How's it going, sir?
How you doing, sir?
Actor extraordinaire and also a business-minded fellow. He's been in a couple of films. We're going to talk about that in just a few minutes. But I also want to welcome our resident baller straight out of Notre Dame. He's a big fellow, but he's also got a finesse to him. He's become Khoree the poet. How's it doing, sir?
I'm doing well. Thank you for the invite.
Very, very honored to be in the presence of a fellow that can woo and manipulate people with words. Not a politician, but a person that can persuade and get a mood going on.
It's all about communication.
Yeah. So how'd you get your start? Because it's not a big swing from entertainment, from sports entertainment. It happens, but not many go straight to poetry. Although it is, musical.
Well,
so.
yeah. It was the basketball was a lifetime ago. So I started writing poetry when I was about 16, 17 years old. But I started performing it around 6 years ago. And I added music to it because it was a friend of mine who saw me performing at Yoshi's in Oakland.
Wow.
And the gentleman he introduced me to wanted to put music to it because he liked what I did. This was before I didn't have music at the time. And he enjoyed what I did. When I found out who he was, he introduced himself. He said, I'm Levi Caesar. I like to work with you, put some music to your thing. And I'm like, okay, whatever. Kind of find out,
He's a man.
produced with Prince for 12 years.
Yeah, you tell me.
So, called him up and we made the CD, the music. He taught me so much about where to be, when to, say what to stop at, because it was a whole different thing than just speaking my poetry, because when you just do your poetry, there's no music. And normally, if there is music, people just talk right over through the music. He's like, no, there's some, you might have to change up your delivery a little bit, for some pauses here and all this stuff. So that's how that part came to be.
Cool.
But me performing it, I was at an open mic one day in Oakland, and I was just like blown away because I was a theater major in college.
Right.
I was like, okay, I haven't did my acting for a while. This can get me back out there to just be in front of people. And when I did it, in that instant,
rush.
came back, man. I mean, he was right there. I was
You're
okay.
hooked all over again, huh?
So yeah, with the music now added to it and the singing added to it, we like to call it spoken entertainment.
Cool.
You know, because we like to entertain people. But I'm doing the speaking part. It's like if you listen to a Barry White song and you hear the singing part, and then all of a sudden you
Right.
hear him talking.
You hear the
Right.
love rap.
So I've changed it around. The most thing you hear is the talking
Oh, cool.
and a little bit of the singing from,
Cool.
well, not me, but the singers I hire.
Well, when I first heard you do it, I was thinking about Barry White.
Right,
But then, now I'm sure Barry heard Isaac Hayes do it first.
right.
So, you know, if you can harness that whole crowd, which shouldn't be too hard to do, to get people all back into, you know, in love with the spoken tribute to love and
Yeah, because it's all about
connectivity,
love. Yeah.
then you got to make. Now, are you gonna, or have you already been or plan to do this with movies as well, as far as soundtracks and that type of
Yes,
thing?
you know what? I had a very good friend of mine. Actually, he's been in the entertainment business for such a long time, and he was like, Khoree, put your music, submit it for movies and all this good stuff, you know, because it's so unique that it can go in several different spots and a whole different kind of movies with the way that you do it. He said there's nothing new under the sun, but nobody's doing it the way that you are doing it. So, you know, you need to get it out there. And since I'm an actor also,
Right, because
why
you're a
not?
theater major, yeah.
I was a theater major,
Cool.
so I'm getting back into that realm too. So I'm like, why not? You know, we can cover every base because the world needs to hear what's going on
Right.
with what I'm doing. Yeah.
Now, before we get into what Mr. Corbin here is doing, who was instrumental in getting you into, you know, poetry as far as, you know, of course, being theater, you're more apt to follow different areas of theater
Right.
and entertainment. But was there anyone that really just caught your mind and just like, was it Tupac? Or, I mean, it sounds
no.
funny, but Tupac wrote poetry.
You know what? Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Very profound poetry too. But
Sir.
the person who really got me into performing it and making this a business and keeping it 100% real with myself with what I do was my sweetheart, my lady. Yeah,
6 years married, right?
6 years together, man. And she was like, "Look, let me tell you something. This is just not poetry. You know what you do is mainstream." So she was instrumental in also making sure that the music was added to it also. So she was like, "Look, we're gonna do this the right way. We're gonna send it out there to the world. We're gonna make it mainstream because like rap or soul music or R&B, when it first started, they was like, this is not going anywhere. You know, this is crazy music. This is what we're gonna make this spoken entertainment that I do.
Cool.
It's gonna go everywhere."
Now, is that the smoking gun of the power that grabbed this relationship?
Oh, you know,
Did you
look here.
right on, right
Let me tell
on,
you.
right on,
It's-
right on?
Reel 'em in, reel 'em in.
You know, it's funny because when I first met her, she used to work at an art gallery,
Right.
and I was looking for another place to put on a show because I had did several of them. So I walked in and I saw her. Right, she was walking around helping another client, and I'm just staring at her. Literally, I was stricken from that very moment. And I was like, I need to meet this woman, waiting on my manager at the time. I got to meet this woman, but I'm waiting for my manager. And then there was a gentleman that worked there. I'm staring at her. He just appeared right in front of my face.
Wow.
You need some help? No, not from you. You know. But we eventually ended up meeting with her
Wow.
because she was the manager of the place. And I wanted to book the place, so she was like, "Yeah, well, you can book the place. That's no problem." You know,
Wow.
she knew nothing about poetry.
Wow.
She knew nothing about it.
Everything just fell into place.
Man, I met her. I said, "You know what? Let me take you to this place where I do my poetry. You can see what I do." And she said, "It's not a date, is it?" I said, No. It's not a date. That's what I said.
Right.
That's what I was thinking. It was a date. So she showed up just to get her money for the show.
Well, we're going to find out exactly. I know how you sound, but they don't know.
Right.
But we're about to unleash Mr. Khoree Poet on you in a couple of minutes. But until that moment, we're going to just let you know what Mr. Julius Corbin is about. What's up?
How you doing, sir? How you doing?
Cool. Now, what's up with you? Because I know you've done a couple movies lately, but the thing about you is you are so diversified. You're also into business. You're also almost probably more of an attorney than you're not because you got a degree in paralegal. That's almost like an attorney.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yes,
So-
I have a degree, certified paralegal, and I'm certified in television communications. And
Cool.
right now, I'm going to Santa Monica College,
Okay.
pursuing business management.
All right.
Hopefully, to transfer over to USC and use that business
Trojan.
management. Yes, sir. Use that business management to start my empire.
Create your own network.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Look
Start
here,
from
I'm
there.
not mad you trying to be a Trojan and I went to Notre Dame. Not mad at all.
You're not
Yes,
mad
sir.
at all.
Yes.
You're not mad at
Yeah,
all.
don't hold that against me.
Right.
I did want to go to UCLA and it felt like the spirit of Jackie Robinson, but
Yeah,
they didn't
yeah,
have
yeah.
that program there, so I had to change it up.
Yeah?
Yes.
So now, who put the fire under you to be so multifaceted? Because some people come and say, I'm just doing this. But you come and you just splinter just like a channel, bam.
Yes.
And like you're rocking on each level. So who put that under your, who put that fire under you? Was it your mom or?
I would say, yeah, I would say both. And then by me, I would say I'm the youngest boy in the family. So that comes from, I had to be known and seen. So I had to perform in the family to be known and heard. So just from an early age, just basically. Family has made me the person I am today. And, just using family fundamentals to push forward.
That's all well and dandy, but I met you a couple of times with the World Networks, so I
Right.
think they're behind you, but giving you some real good support too.
Right.
How'd you meet Lucine Caribbean?
I met her when I was first out here in 2008,
Yeah.
2009, I believe. Yes, I met her at the World Networks when it was starting up, and
Okay,
she was,
okay.
small business at first. It wasn't
And now
how the
she's
business
blowing
is.
up.
Yes, it's not how the company is nowadays. But man, like I said, that's when I was just starting, and she was just starting up also.
Mm-hmm.
She was like promoting people at the time, and she was promoting me, but that's when I had a whole bunch of factors against me, so I had to leave out California, but patience.
Now you're back,
Yeah.
and we'll do our best to get you out there. Before we get to Mr. Khoree real quick, which movies have you done real quick?
Oh, I just done, special or backward work for television on, I believe that was on NBC for The
Beyond
Forgotten.
Forgotten?
Yes, for The
Christian
Forgotten
Slater?
with Christian Slater, yes.
Okay.
And I did a spec commercial with HP.
Boom.
Yes, sir.
Let's go straight to man here, Khoree.
Right.
Break it down, sir. Show us what you got.
Sweetheart, you may not know this, but I overheard you ask yourself, is he the one? Am I the one? Well, see, you're the only person who can answer that. As a matter of fact, let me put it to you like this. When people first meet, their attractions are 90% superficial because it's based on what a person looks like, right? But sweetheart, pay close attention to the words that are about to emerge from my mouth. When I first met you, it's like my world was in reverse because I fell in love with you from the inside out. See, and I'm not trying to sound obscene as I describe this scene, but physically, your beauty wasn't even seen until I had a conversation with you. It's like you drew the plans, you handpicked and designed your man. You took bolts and rivets and you drilled it into this steel frame to maintain a solid structure. And then you lace my feet and you put them deep within concrete and you use every element in creation. Now I know there's no way on God's green earth that I will ever crumble as a man with you as my foundation because you put in a lot of the work, a lot of overtime and a lot of efforts that were spent. There's been days when you had pondering expressions on your face. There's been a lot of corrections and a lot of erase marks on this page, but never once did you relent. And because of that, you now hold in your hands your life's future plans, plans that's drawn and etched out on this blueprint that will never, ever wilt for you. So you took that hammer and that nail. Basically what I'm saying is, babe, I'm built for you. So let me go past the epithelials and dig deep into your marrow so that I can tap into your energy. Understand that my love is deeper than the ocean, so won't you come swim with me? I'm not trying to make a special moment. I'm trying to create a lifelong memory. And as I ingrain our love in your brain, it will affect your gray matter. Because our love will never be black and white. That's why our gray matters. And as our cerebellum start to vibrate and then begin to wiggle, it will slide your right brain and shift my left brain until we can meet somewhere in the middle. And logically, I will analyze the creativity between you and I as I remain true. And as far as our life picture together, sweetheart, I've already been framed just for you. See, that's why. That's why I've held on to you so tightly with desperation, in fear, or trying to interfere with the separation. See, I can appreciate Abraham Lincoln and his proclamation, but from your love, I do not want an emancipation. See, I'm a slave for you. And to the rest of the world, my willpower is so impenetrable, but always seem to cave for you. It's like you got me on ecstasy, got me running around here dancing and swinging these glow sticks on the inside. I'm sexy, honey, I rave for you. And despite my idiosyncrasies or my male stupidity, I will be in love from the cradle to the grave with you. See, God knows your wants, your needs, and your heart, and he took your life good parts, and then he produced me. See, sweetheart, I am made for you. So let me answer that question for you, so that in your lifetime, you won't ever have to guess. Am I the one? Yes. Hell yes. That's a little bit about what I do right there, man.
Boom. Bam, boom. The popcorn is in the spoon, exploding with that one.
Yes, indeed.
That's cool.
It's all about love and romance.
Let's
man.
find out real quick, how does people find you on social media?
Oh, all my social media is under Khoree the Poet, KHOREETHEPOET, Khoree the Poet. Very simple.
Okay.
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all of it.
Boom.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for appearing.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
And Mr.
Good job,
Corbin,
good
how do
job.
people find you?
Oh, you just find me at jlsm1987@gmail.com.
There you go. Well, just thought I'd bring you just some hardcore electricity. We got it from the suave man here, Corbin, an electrified baller turned freaking Mr. Poet Laureate. And this was a very smooth popcorn pop. I hope you all enjoyed it. And this has been Nuclear Popcorn. Tune in again.
Khoree the Poet.
Julius Corbin.